Hey, it's Jason. Thanks for joining me here at Hardy Life Outdoors. For those of you joining me for the first time, I am located in southern Ohio. It is Thanksgiving week, and normally I am deer hunting this week in West Virginia, but had an incident about 5 weeks ago, broke some ribs, so I am recovering. So I've got time to shoot some videos here. Watching the weather though, we've got mild temperatures right now, but they're about to take a turn for the worse and get pretty cold for opening day here in Ohio. And one of the questions that always pops up as the weather gets cold is, how do I keep my hands warm? There is nothing worse, or I don't know if there's nothing worse, but there's the thing that drives you out of the woods, sitting there and going, I'm not seeing deer, and my hands are cold, my feet are cold, my body's cold, whatever. Being cold, it will send you back to the car, back to the house, about quicker than anything, cold and wet. So I thought I would do a quick video on things I do to keep my hands warm. I've got a video out there just how to stay warm while hunting. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. I've got, I think, a pretty good system down to how I stay warm while I'm hunting, how I layer, and I seldom am cold. But let me dig into this and talk about how to keep your hands warm so that you're not leaving the woods because your hands hurt and you just can't sit any longer. Okay, the first one, and this is kind of a duh moment, but don't let your hands get cold to begin with. So if you are someone who walks to your stand and you get hot, consider wearing a pair of thin gloves versus no gloves at all. Make sure your coat's unzipped. Do things so that you're not hot and sweaty when you get to your stand. Potentially carry your coat, but do things to keep yourself from getting cold to begin with. Make sure your core is warm. If your body is cold, your body is going to constrict blood flow to the extremities. So your feet, your arms, your legs, your hands, it's going to keep blood around your organs to keep you warm. So make sure your body is warm. Layer up, make sure you're wearing good stuff that keeps your legs, your body warm. A hat, I'm sitting here in my ball cap, the weather's not bad. When it gets cold, I put on I actually like a mask that comes down over my neck and really keeps as little skin exposed as possible, but keep your core warm. Be careful you don't do things that get your hands cold. So if you're riding a side-by-side, an e-bike, an ATV, if you're traveling out to your stand and you're not wearing gloves, that's a good way to get them chilled on the way out, the wind just blowing on your hands. So again, consider some gloves. Climbing into your stand, if you're on a ladder stand, if you're using climbing sticks, those metal pieces that you're going to be touching, extremely cold. They've been out all night in the cold. As you get on those, you're going to get your hands cold. So again, gloves, basic gloves. And this is the place where, this is the only place I'm going to talk about gloves, because for me, when it came to keeping hands warm, the first thing I did was ditched gloves. Years ago, I wore big puffy gloves. I tried mittens. I tried all kinds of things. I never liked gloves. I didn't like the dexterity when it came to shooting my gun and being able to feel the trigger. And for bow hunting, gloves just never worked for me. So I ditched gloves a long time ago. Probably the first thing that I went to was not chemical hand warmers, but lighter fluid like hand warmers years ago. Those would keep you warm, but they were kind of a pain to deal with, and they slowly faded as the popularity of chemical-based hand warmers came out. And I'm sure everybody has seen and heard and probably used hot hands. I keep a bunch of these on hand, and I use them all the time. They're cheap. I open a couple of them before I leave the cabin and put them in my pockets, set them out, make sure they're good and warm before I need them. Don't wait till you need them. By that time, your hands are cold. Let them heat up and use them. And I don't care if I'm going out for 3 hours and I'm going to throw them away when I'm done. To me, they're worth it to save a good hunt. So I keep a big package of these, keep digging here in my pocket. They also have these adhesive pads that you can put on. You peel off the sticky stuff. You can stick them under your arms, on the back of your neck, on your back, on your chest, anywhere that you want to help keep yourself warm. And the last thing I've got in here are the foot pads that go in your boots. I've never been a fan of these. I hear a lot of people talk about them that have cold feet, that they swear by these. I just don't like having the feel of those on my feet. It just doesn't feel natural to me. So chemical-based hand warmers. This is one brand. Another brand are the Yak Tracks. I've not seen a difference between the two. If you read the labels, all these chemical-based ones are going to heat up to about 130 to 135 degrees. That's a function of, it's a chemical reaction. Whatever's in the bag reacts with the air and creates the heat, and it's only going to create so much heat. So, and the other thing is, they don't want you to burn yourself, too much liability. So I got these two brands. There's another brand out there called Ignik, I-G-N-I-K. And I'm going to put links in the comments section for all of these products. Ignik is one that is, after you use it, you can put it back in a resealable bag, and it will stop the chemical reaction. You can pull it out later and use it again later. So they say you can use it for up to 10 hours over a 72-hour period. I've not tried it with these, but you may be able to do the same thing with these. Just get them out of the oxygen so they're not interacting, and it stops that reaction. So those are the chemical ones. After that, what I really liked was this. It's a hand muff. And when I did this was a total game changer for me. This is from Hunter Safety System. It's on a strap that's got a small hook on it. Put it around your waist. It's always handy. It's easy to get your hands out and onto your gun or your bow. Extremely, I don't know, just a game changer for me. Keeps my hands really warm. It does block the wind. I can't say whether it blocks, rain. I don't really sit out in the rain that much, or snow. I can't recall my hands ever getting It's a good size. It heats up. I don't recall the temperature on it. It's got 3 settings, and based on how high you turn it up, it's going to reduce the amount of time that it heats, but gets plenty warm. They actually provide a little bag that you can keep it in with the idea that you don't burn yourself. I didn't find it got hot enough that I needed that, but I like that. Again, inside the hand muff, I can have it passed back and forth between hands. Really, really works well. I'd like to give you the link to that one, but I can't find it anymore. Some of these things come out of China, and they change the brands. They're still available, but just under a different brand. So I was looking for something for my son, and I found these very similar to that, except for, it looks very similar. It's smaller, but it clips together. There's 2 of them. So if you wanted to put them in your pockets, you can put one in each pocket, so you have one in each hand. If you want to snap them together, you can snap them together, put them inside your hand muff. They are rechargeable. They come with a small cable. You plug it in, it charges them both. They have various settings in terms of temperature. So, 1, 2, 3 clicks, high, medium, low. Again, it's going to dictate how long it stays charged based on how high you've got it turned up. So, here we go with that thing of don't let yourself get cold. I'm standing here in the rain videoing. That's what I've got for you. Those are my tips for keeping your hands warm. One last thing. Smoking, caffeine, so if you're drinking soda, coffee, tea, those things all constrict blood flow and can lead to hands and feet getting colder. So I hope that was helpful. Keep in mind, outdoors is always in season. Have a great season. I hope you have good luck.